Yo, what's up everybody? So, it's time for the next monthly update video for Chroma. Today is going to be simple. Today we're probably just going to play the game for a little bit and just kind of talk about that so you can see where it's at. But honestly speaking, there isn't anything crazy new because at this stage we're just finishing up everything we're going for, everything we're doing, we're implementing everything, polishing it. But there's no big surprise coming anymore, right? That's just not happening at this stage. So we're just going to go ahead and have a look at the game then. Now, before we do that, I want to briefly bring up the merchandise. I know people keep asking about the merchandise, and it's fair. It's a fair question, right? So here's the status on the merchandise. It's all shipped. It's just taking a long ass time because of the pandemic. I know, that's not a very satisfying answer, but I can't tell you anything else. It's just taking a long time, you know. I wish it didn't, but sorry. I want my stuff too, you know. So, but we just asked them recently, and there are no problems, right? There are no problems. There are no issues with it. It's just taking a while. Yeah, sorry. Well, you know, 2020. What can I do about that? Anyway. Let's get into a game. So then, well, here is the game. I mean, you're used to this already. You've seen this before. There's really nothing new, nothing crazy here, right? Here's our deck builder. Here's our store. You can see something that is a little bit fancy that we have just implemented, which I'll talk about in just a second. But yeah, I'm not going to go into the lore stuff because, well, first of all, it's secret still, so there's gonna be like a whole lore section here, but we're working on it. But it's still, I don't know, we want it to be like a bit special, so we're waiting with adding it all in. Anyway, let's have a look here. You can see our deck build. It's nice. You can have a look at all of the cards. You can see that a lot of cards are now implemented. In fact, the majority of cards are implemented at this stage, and we should be able to get the remainder in rather soon. I would guess within 2 weeks, maybe like a little more, a little less, something like that. But it's not going to take that much longer at this stage. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of cards that are implemented, and these are all fully playable, mostly bug-free. Like sometimes we find bugs in very specific, strange scenarios, but mostly they are all good to go, and they feel good to play, and they're fun to play with. I've prepared some decks for us that we're going to go through. And yeah, now you can also see most cards have artwork. There's a few that don't. They use the Blue Crest Villager default artwork, but really the vast majority of cards. Like I think at this stage we're looking at like 6 cards that don't have artwork yet. In case you might be like, wait, didn't you say last update video that you're gonna finish up all of the card art soon? Yeah, but we decided we're gonna just go ahead and give the artists a bit of a break. As in let them work on some alternate artwork for the game, because they have been grinding the normal card art for like, I don't know, a year and a half at this stage. And I just wanted to give them like at least a week or two where they can relax a little bit and take their mind off of it and just kind of make some cool art. So that's why the artwork isn't quite fully finished yet, but really it mostly is. They did do a very cool job with some of this though. Like for example, Beda. Oh, I guess I don't have it unlocked on my account. I guess I can't show you then. But Beda, for example, made like a new artwork for her own art, for one of her own cards and so on. But yeah. So, let me show you something cool. So this is something that I've been working on that I find really exciting. I don't know if you guys will like it as much as I like it, but I like it a lot. I think it's super cool. But of course, you can see here the normal cards. This is what the normal cards look like. But I have been working on implementing these right here. So these are full art cards. You can see that they aren't using the kind of traditional card frame, but instead they are really giving a lot of space to just the artwork. You can see here as well. I think this is really cool. I like these a lot. I'm really excited that we have them. And this also gives me an opportunity to actually show you one of the Kickstarter rewards that we promised. So when we did the Kickstarter, we promised that we would have these full art artworks. Wait, I can't type. All right, leader. There we go. we would have the full art artworks for the 4 big legendary companions, right? Eon Harmonious, High Archpriest Glycephane, Einar Illuminator, and Gradaza Hema Ascendant. Now, you can see here, we've got them all in the game. Currently, only High Archpriest is playable, sadly. In case you're wondering why is that, it's because when we were implementing all of the cards, we prioritized cards that we hadn't tested yet, because everything needed to be kind of re-implemented on the server. And so these 4, however, were already tested during our previous kind of demo period, and so they are a low priority, but they should be coming soon. Anyway, here it is. I think this is super cool. I really like it. I don't know if you like it as much, but I think this is super cool. Sadly, the work in progress is kind of slapped on top of it across the face here.
Get your hot dogs here.
And hey, Highway Star 88.
Woohoo. Haven't been here in a while. Good to be back.
Thank you.
Chroma is coming along well.
So you can see the 4 kind of like big alternate artworks here. As we promised, these are fully Kickstarter exclusive, so you know, they will not be available at any later time. They are only available right now. Well, not right now. Sorry, that sentence didn't come out the way I wanted it to. They're only available if you support it on the Kickstarter, and that's it. So they're not available anymore, and they will never be available again. By the way, in case you're wondering why the text looks a little bit weird at places, we're currently working on making the text be a bit more dynamic so that it kind of the text size scales a little bit with how much text is on any given card. But the system isn't perfect yet. So that makes it just a little bit silly at times right now. Anyway. But yeah, so here are the full arts. I think they're super, super cool. I like them a lot. And yes, I've seen people ask, or I've been asked quite frequently about, well, when are we getting our Kickstarter rewards? You know, when are we getting these artworks? When are we getting our in-game currency? And I want to be kind of clear about that. These promises, they were always meant for release. So that's always when that was intended for. It wasn't intended for during the beta period because, you know, that's kind of loosely defined. No. The idea was always that you have all of your stuff at release. Now, honestly speaking, you'll probably get it before release. And we haven't quite settled yet on how we'll give it to you, whether or not we'll do it via a code system or we'll just unlock it on your account. We kind of have to look into which method is fastest and the most convenient. But yeah, so this is just kind of like gonna be a fairly simple process, though. Don't worry about it. We'll let you know. But yeah, it will be made available to you pretty close to release, I expect. Anyway, so let's go ahead and have a look at some games, I think. So I've prepared 3 decks today. We've got Crag Warden, which is just a really strong deck that I like playing a lot. I think it's very powerful. And then we have this Develop Control deck that is just kind of funny and shows off a lot of these full arts. And then we have a Muse University deck, which may not make any sense. And yes, it's a bit strange, but I'll explain it once we get to that. Let's start with the Crag Warden deck. So, this deck right here uses the Pride Monger, which is this character down here. The Pride Monger, oh no, I just kind of ruined my mana pool. Okay, here we go. We're fine, don't worry. So the Pride Monger has 3 abilities. The first one being give an allied companion +2 attack until the start of your next turn. The second one, you may only have 3 companions in the story at once. Your companions have +1/+1. This is really the big one. It makes it so that everything you play is more powerful, but you can't just flood the board. And then finally, the ultimate for neutral, choose an ally permanent, destroy all other permanents of the same permanent type. Now, this deck is kind of centered around the idea of discarding your opponent's deck. This is a mill deck, although it may be a little untraditional in that regard. So how do we mill? Well, the first one is this right here, the Empty Doorway. Empty Doorway says discard the top 6 cards of target hero's deck or choose a card from your sideboard and add it to your hand. The sideboard is this over here. So you can see in our sideboard, we have a selection of cards. We have some Avengers. We have a few of these guys. This just gives us some options in case we ever need to reach into the sideboard to get something out to play it for value. But more often than not, what we're going to do with Empty Doorway is discard the top 6 cards of our opponent's deck. right? That's really where most of the value lies with us. And that's where we'll be, that's what we're looking to do. Then we play Monomaniac. Don't, if you control a golem, both heroes discard their hand and then draw 4 cards. Monomaniac has a bit of a tricky condition to meet, so you need to have a golem in play, which Mana Drone fulfills that condition, and Tireless Automaton can help us with that. But overall, that's kind of like it. We also have Crag Warden. We'll get to Crag Warden in a second. But mostly we're relying on those two to fulfill the condition for the Monomaniac. Luckily, Tireless Automaton is really sticky and the Mana Drone is really small, so we can play it easily. And then we can discard all of the cards from our opponent's hand and make them draw 4 new cards. First of all, that makes it so our opponent can't be greedy against us. They can't just keep a hand of 15 cards and, sit on them forever and counter everything we do by, removal and whatnot. No. They actually have to play cards, and this forces them to do that. But it also makes it so that after we have reduced the deck size of our opponent a lot, drawing 4 cards is actually quite a lot, right? And that can lead to problems where they are just going to deck out. This is especially bad after your opponent is out of the deck. If your opponent doesn't have any cards in their deck anymore, you play a Monomaniac, you just win on the spot. Because they discard their hand and then can't draw any cards anymore. So Monomaniac is kind of an essential piece here. The final use of Monomaniac is that it just draws us 4 cards. We don't have that much card draw in this deck. We have 2 Seed of Things Unknown, but other than that, there isn't really anything that will get us additional cards. Because, it's kind of a little bit difficult to really fit that in here. As a result, we just have Monomaniacs as card draw, right? We play out our hand, we get rid of everything we have, drop a Monomaniac and refill our hand, which is actually really nice. And then we have the Crag Warden. This is the big one. So this is a 9 mana companion, which doesn't use any neutral mana. So the earliest you can play it is actually turn 9, unless you manage to cheat out some mana otherwise. But this is just an absolutely huge guy. 9 mana, 9/9. It has Overwhelm. It has Dawn. I destroy target opposing permanent. And then finally, when I attack, I discard the top 9 cards of your opponent's deck. This is a very powerful effect, right? You play the Crag Warden, you destroy a thing, and you just get this huge ass body. If your opponent doesn't kill it, it attacks, discards half of the deck away. No, not half, decks are 40 cards, but still, it hurts a lot. Now, there's actually a little bit of a bonus combo we have in this deck, which is we have Cheers. Cheers makes it so delay all damage target companion will take until end of turn. They attack a random opposing companion. A random opposing adjacent companion, there we go. So it needs to be one of the 3 in front of it. Cheers costs 1 red mana. You may notice that our mana curve works out in a way where we actually have, at the end of the day, 6 red mana and 4 blue mana. So what we can do is we can play a Crag Warden, and then if something is still in front of it, we can Cheers it. And then it will attack immediately. And yes, that works for its trigger, meaning we kind of get to give this guy bold, allowing it to just swing immediately. It's very powerful. It's a bit tricky to actually set up because you do need 10 mana and your opponent needs to have 2 things in play. This is where the combo actually kind of works against itself. Crag Warden actually being too powerful for this combo because it comes down and kills a thing. And your opponent kind of needs 2 things in play, otherwise it can't attack with the Cheers. But yeah, anyway. Then other than that, this deck just plays a few companions and then quite a bit of just general removal and just powerful effects that allow us to stop our opponent from getting too much going on, right? It's about removal, it's about keeping the opponent in check and then overwhelming them with a lot of this kind of like discarding and just having really, really strong companions here. All right, look at this. We have this nice intro screen here. We're getting into the map. Something that we now also have more of, which I personally am quite excited for. Oh, this hand, I don't know. You know what? Let's go for it. I don't know if this is a good hand. Hey, Jigsaw, thank you very much for the 5 months. I appreciate it. So we can play the Mana Drone here. As I already mentioned, Mana Drone is kind of one of our nice little pieces that ties stuff together. Mana Drone has an ability that lets us add more mana, and we can use that to play the Benefactor. So you can see that we are starting the game with actually 2 companions already in play, that's nice. That is nice. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier, where we have a little bit of mana cheating in the deck. So we have the Benefactor, which adds a bag of crowns into our hand, and we play mana drones. And we play 3 of each. The advantage of these cards is that they allow us to just have a way of actually stopping have a way of actually getting these big scary combos with the Monomaniacs and the Crag Wardens out way quicker. And honestly speaking, there's a lot of value to getting that out quickly. I think against... So, here's what's unfortunate. Our mana drone just got killed. I don't like that very much. This mana drone is in the guarded stance, meaning we can't attack it. We could try to play Forgotten. By the way, here you get to see our new kind of targeting highlighting. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I think it looks very nice. But this is still... I'm immediately a little suspicious. So we don't really want to keep a mana drone around. But if I've forgotten right now, then we don't really do anything next turn. I will do it anyway, though. I think against a Chimera deck, so we're playing against Chimera right now. Chimera as a character it's kind of interesting. So Chimera is the weakest hero in the game by far until you hit Act 3, at which point she becomes the strongest hero in the game by far. What I mean with that is that Chimera, of course, she doesn't have an ultimate before Act 3, but before Act 3, she doesn't even have a secondary. Her secondary is Evolve in Act 3, unlock your true strength. And her primary is 2 neutral, deal 1 damage to any target. That's just not very good. So she doesn't really have a secondary. Her primary is terrible. And all around, she's just not that strong. But once you get to Act 3, Chimera becomes overwhelmingly powerful. That's where she gets... that's where she gets really, really scary, because she gets a secondary, her primary becomes way stronger, she gets an ultimate that's pretty strong. So against Chimera, you kind of want to be the one that's pressuring, you want to be the one that's in control. Okay, so looking at this, I think we're gonna just slam the Killaphant. By the way, you can also see here this new kind of cell selection highlighting, which I think is really nice. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and play that here. I'm gonna play these two right next to each other because we are playing against a more controlling green-blue deck, and there's a good chance that it might play Halberd, which is a card that destroys a companion that has no adjacent companions. So by placing these two next to each other, we're preventing that from possibly taking down our nice Killaphant. Killaphant is usually played as kind of this controlling tool, but right now I think we can get a lot of value out of just throwing it down and utilizing it for the pressure. I mean, there's a 5/5 body right now. Usually only a 4/4, of course, but a 5/5, that's still pretty strong. Okay then. Oh, Munjin. Oh, I feel a little bad for you. Sorry, buddy. So what I mean with that is that right now, the moments between, it's actually one of those cards. It's not really buggy. It's kind of a funny thing. So what me and Wispy did recently is we changed also... Okay, before I talk about that, I really gotta quickly talk about the effect you just saw. The Killaphant is supposed to, when it comes down, have this kind of like VFX that you just saw, where it like has that big kind of sound wave coming from it. The problem is that for some reason, that sound effect, that VFX doesn't play when it gets played. Instead, it seems to play at completely random times, and we don't really know why. But I freaking love that. I think it is so funny. By the way, this right here, this is why the moments between at the moment is just not so, it's just not so good. Because what we just did is we reordered some of the kind of the way things is done at the start of your turn. And currently, start of turn effects play before the span of an enchantment decreases, which is intended, but what is kind of not intended and kind of more of an oversight, more of an accident, is that this results in the moments between spawning and development, which immediately gets destroyed. Which is not exactly the most useful thing. Alright. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. One of our guys got taken down, but I don't really mind because we can just keep slamming Tireless Automatons. So Tireless Automaton is it's just a really, really nice card. Wait. Do I want to go into Act 3 right now? This might be a mistake. If I go into Act 3 right now, I need to be able to kill afterwards. You know what? Let's just go for it. This is not really how I intended this game to play out. Right? I expected this to be more about kind of milling our opponent. But Munchen isn't really doing much. So I guess we'll just try to go for the kill. So this is what I was talking about with Chimera. She transforms. The fact that she is yellow, that's a little bit of a minor issue right there. We gotta fix that. But you can see here her ability actually transformed. So now she has a primary that is a free neutral 1 cooldown, deals 6 damage, which is quite a lot. Her secondary, play a spell from your ashes. If you do Voided, you still have to pay its mana cost, but it still allows you to play a spell from your ashes for free. Then your not for free, but it still allows you to kind of reach into your ashes and use stuff from there. And your ultimate, choose up to 2 spells with a mana cost of 5 or less from your ashes. Play them for free, then void them. So in other words, you can really get a lot of value there. Yeah. Oh, ultimate coming out. All right. Dimensional Whiplash, probably gonna take down. Okay, just gonna deal 4 damage to me. Oh, did we just win by virtue of having our +1/+1 buff, making our guys really nice and strong? Hey, I mean, it is a competitive game, which means that sometimes you will be playing against players that might not be the most competitive opponents. Okay then. Well, a little bit of a shame I didn't get to quite show you the proper kind of like discarding experience. Let's see if we can maybe get a second game going on, and maybe then you get to see it, right? You see that currently there are players just kind of queuing. So if you are looking to play the game yourself, oh hey Wispy, look at that. Now this is probably gonna be a bit more interesting. But if you're looking to play the game yourself, if you purchased or if you pledged for a key on Kickstarter, then you should have your key. You can just play it on Steam, and you can just, go from there, join our closed beta here. It is, however, important that you keep in mind that your best opportunities for actually finding players to play against will be on the Discord, right? I wouldn't recommend that you just queue blindly. I mean, you can, and if you get lucky, you might find somebody. But in all honesty, your best shot is probably to go and, hang out with the people on the Discord and talk to them there. I mean, that's what we all do. And so, yeah. Anyway. Okay, perfect. So we are now in a really good spot. We're playing against a more of an aggro deck, I assume. And we have managed to get control of the board. Control of the story, which is very good. That's exactly what we want. We've got a nice 5/5 here. This is actually not the best matchup. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I don't mind this too much. Okay, so here's what we do. Oh, I could just kill-a-fund these. Do we just want to spook them? Do we just want to spook these? Alright, let's just I feel like this is just asking for disaster, keeping the guys on the board, but alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the second Kill-a-fund. What this does is it puts everything our opponent has into the guarded stance. Kill-a-fund has 2 effects. First of all, I change all opposing companions into the guard stance. Secondly, my opposing adjacent companions can't leave the guarded stance. In other words, these two can't fight right now. They're scared. There's a big ass Kill-a-fund in front of them. I mean, like, honestly, if this guy was screaming at me, and trust me, it will be screaming at you, you see, I wouldn't want to fight it. That's terrifying. So, in that way, we're just, I guess, gonna apply some more pressure. I don't know. Maybe it turns out that we don't even need to mill. No milling needed, you just kill your opponent. I mean, that is a way to play the game. Okay, so we'll play... So this is actually a problem. So while our secondary is very powerful, buffing everything by +1/+1, it does mean I can only play 3 companions, right? So if I were to play this Benefactor right now, I wouldn't be able to also play this Hollow Survivor. And I do want to play this Hollow Survivor, because that allows me to put up a shield around here, which kind of just blocks that. And I can push another 10 damage directly to the hero, which is very nice. You can see, by the way, that both Wispy and I are using some card packs, some alternate ones. We're still working on improving those, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Like, I agree, they don't look super good at the moment in the way they're presented, but we're working on that. Already the Vanguard. Now that is a problem. That is a problem. Whew. So what Ready the Vanguard does here is it puts down 3 companions with Deadly. And that means they are able to trade with any of our guys. And that's just not very good for us. Now, I kind of want to experiment with something here. I don't actually know how this works, but let's learn. Learning with Bami. So we're gonna go ahead and hit here first. Now, this is a card. Cheers. Delay all damage target companion would take until end of turn. They attack a random opposing adjacent companion. This guy has Deadly, right? Oh, it doesn't. If we check the void really quick, there's an Egotist. But the tooltip. Okay. Deadly makes it so whenever you deal damage to something, you destroy it. Right? It's just that simple. It's just gonna be destroyed right away. But this makes it so you don't take damage. So what happens? Okay, so far I think that is expected. Right? I think so far this is fine. I think I just go for another 10 damage, right? We go for this, and I can't really do much right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and discard some cards. You know, get rid of this. Nice. There's still 23 cards left in here, but yes. Now my question is, does this guy die at the end of turn? No. Alright. Because the guy isn't deadly anymore. The guy is dead. Deadly and dead, while sounds similar, not really the same thing. So this is where we actually run into a little bit of trouble though. Because those guys are leaving the guarded stance. And I think they should be able to attack. And now the board is actually kind of full of stuff, and oh my god, this just turned pretty bad really quickly. Oh god. Oh, I think I played too greedy. Oh no. Okay. Yes. Oh. Well, that is also very greedy to not kill my guy. Okay. We have 20 life remaining. So we have a tireless automaton, which we can use. I think the first thing... Oh, we just used this, right? Yeah, I think I'm way overthinking this. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, very good. This is very nice. Oh, but yes. The Pride Monger. Ultimate. Choose an ally permanent. Destroy all other permanents of the same permanent type. Hey! Get rid of the nerds. That's right. That's how we do things. Alright, play this guy. then we can activate this and get also as a benefactor on the board. And just go ahead and get some more damage in. Oh, perfect. Perfect. You needed to kill that. That was actually a pretty big mistake right there. That was actually a pretty big one. So I think next turn we can actually drop Crag Warden. Although I'm not sure how necessary that's going to be. One of the things I like about this deck is that it is also just kind of powerful in terms of winning the game, right? It's not just a deck about memeing your opponent down with the discarding. That's really something that's more powerful against more controlling decks anyway. But, you know, if your opponent is trying to play aggressive, you can just brawl with them. You can just fight with them. And so that gives us an opportunity. I think not trading into my Hollow Survivor was a big mistake. So I win. Do I? No, I do. Okay. So first thing we have to do is we have to get rid of one of our guys here. Right, you can see our story is full of stuff. So we trade one here. And then I can play a Tireless Automaton. Give it +2 attack. And then we just attack here. And we attack here. And we got it. Nice. Hey, Porkita Pig. Porkita Pig? I don't know. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, dude. Appreciate it. So you can see here, it's a nice, good way of just clearing that out. Anyway, you got to see our Crag Warden deck. Now, I want to show you our develop control deck. Now, I'm not going to spend as much time explaining it because it is fairly straightforward. What this deck does is it uses the develop mechanic to gain mana and then use that gained mana to just play big stuff. Like we have 1000 Shining Teeth, It That Waits, Meta Realist, Garden of Thunder. There's like a crazy amount of just high-end, insane power plays. However, the real cool thing about this deck isn't so much the cards in it. It's much more the card art that we're using here. So this deck is almost exclusively full art cards, which I personally, as I already mentioned, I just think they're super cool. So I had to build a deck around them in a way. And so I kind of like enabled, so I kind of built this little thing here. It is actually kind of a decent deck. It is a little bit silly because it's very dependent on just kind of getting a bit of a moment, right? But luckily, this hero, Air, is very good at it. All right, Air is the hero that definitely can give you a bit of a moment and can give you a bit of an opportunity that other heroes wouldn't be able to. All right, let's hope that we find somebody quickly. And then we're going to go ahead and play another game. You should have used the power of the debugger to your advantage. Oh, something we should also, I guess, say. So I showed off the debugger last time already. Debugger is a really cool feature we have that allows us to, you know, like test all of the cards really fluently and test interactions. And we have actually, after some thinking, decided to just make it an options in the menu here. Enable debugger on single player. You just check that checkbox. And then you can use the debugger in single player. That's it. So yeah. Anyhow, if we can maybe get somebody, even Yesta, Wispy, Hobnob. There we go. There we go. Thank you, very good. But yes, so the debugger is now just available. You can just go into the single play, go into a single player of debugger enabled, and just experiment with it. Anyway, look at all of our cool card art. Although I don't know, this is probably not the right hand to keep. We'll see. We'll see what we can do there. Oh, it didn't. So these buttons right there, they are a bit unresponsive right now. Sorry, we're working on them. Like, I am aware that those buttons are annoying. Yeah, the mulligan is definitely something that needs some improvements. Anyway, you can see our beautiful hand of cards full of these fancy cards. I wish It.Waits had a full art. That would just be perfect. If It.Waits had a full art. But sadly, it does not. Oh, let me just go ahead and click this. So let me go ahead and briefly talk about air. What is air? Air has primary. At the start of your next turn, draw an additional card. Very good effect, right? Just lets you draw cards. It just gives you resources. Secondary. The first time you were to be destroyed, instead prevent that damage. And then you can't be damaged until the start of your next turn. Very good effect. Actually kind of insane if I'm completely honest. Crazy powerful. Just buys you an additional turn. And then finally, the ultimate, reduce the cost of all cards in your hand by 2 neutral. Also, very nice. Okay, we're about to get absolutely run over. We just had a Grower Battle Standard come out, which makes it so that Wispy will now be slamming us with the primary every single turn. And then there's also Black Dragon Saint, making our life even more difficult. Well, I'm gonna scoot this guy over there. Ha! Get wrecked, nerd. And then, So, I can leave this as is right now to conserve some mana. How many cards do I have in hand? Yeah, if I use my primary, that wouldn't really... I'm just gonna wait. Ideally, I want to be able to use this Frontier Architect to trade into the Black Dragon Saint. That would be best case scenario for us right now, I think. But we'll have to wait and see. Oof. Can you chill? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, this is somebody is being aggressive. So what we definitely always do is we always do this. We don't even have to think about it. Then we can... Okay, I think we need to go a bit nuts here. So we play you. We play the Bag of Crowns. This gives us 5 blue mana to play the Dutiful Priest, which develops, which we can use this to gain 2 chromatic mana, which we can then use to play the Benefactor, which we could use to play this, which then... Does that do anything? Is that helpful? I don't think so. I think we just Lightning Seed here. I think we just Lightning Seed this, which takes care of that. We put our guy into the guarded stance, and then we'll leave it at that. I could play this and draw another card, but I think it's better if I reserve it for mana for the next turn. Hey, Dota Jinken, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it. Alright, well, we are getting shot, which is a little painful. Oh, what is that? Look at that. It's a Clumsy Conjurer. At the start of your turn, I swap pages and positions with a permanent and a random page adjacent to me. So, funnily enough, if I don't kill this, it's just gonna steal my Dutiful Priest. Which is actually kind of bad for me. Oh, no! Okay, I'm gonna go straight into Act 3. You know, if we do that, I'm actually kind of okay with it, I think. I don't know, we'll see. We have the most powerful card in the deck on the board, which is the Dutiful Priest. As long as we have that, we're fine. That's... okay. Yeah, you're gonna kill that, I guess. It's not enough to kill the Dutiful Priest under any circumstances. Alright, good. Seems we're going into Act 3. We shouldn't die next turn. But that, of course, doesn't necessarily mean we won't die next turn. It just means we shouldn't. Oh, you're just gonna... okay, that's kind of fine. So it's just gonna use that to deal the maximum damage you can right now. We have 8 mana right now. No, 7 mana right now. Bag of Crowns pushes up to 9. I could play an It.Waits and just try and use that to defend myself. I could also just Hawk. But if I play an it that waits, this will just steal my dutiful priest. Oh, come on now! It's the clumsy conjurer! Really gonna steal something? How am I gonna prevent that from happening? Hey, Forgetful Dragon! Thanks for the 27 months, dude. I don't know if I can prevent this from happening. I don't have enough mana to play 1000 Shining Teeth to attack it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play Hawk and hope it swaps with Hawk. Alright, we're going to play Hawk. No more attacking. No more. Don't... Yes! Okay, good. Alright, you got a Hawk now. Good luck with it. Alright, what is that weird looking lizard on the middle of the white line? It's a lizard! Do you not like the lizard? I love the lizard. The lizard doesn't do anything. It's not a gameplay, it's just a lizard. It's just a lizard. Stop hating on it. It's a good lizard. It's a good boy. I like the lizard a lot. No, it's my favorite. It's 10 out of 10 lizard. That's all I can tell you. Alright, so we got lucky. Although it doesn't really matter that much. I was kind of hoping to keep the Dutiful Priest in case I can, like, develop next turn somehow. You know, like, utilize this in some sort of way. Okay. But yes. So right now we are all under the effect of Hawk. Hawk disarms all companions. So that means nothing can attack. The tooltip here, actually, I just realized needs an update. Disarmed companions have 0 attack for 1 turn and can't attack. It's a more accurate description. Okay, we are at 7 HP. Which means next turn we die, but we don't die. Because we have 1 additional turn that we can kind of depend on. Whew. So I think what we do now is we use this. This drastically reduces our mana costs going forward. We play this right here. Mana drone. Activate it. And then we have 4 mana, which we can't really use, but I guess I'll slam this button. And then we'll just keep it like this. That lizard needs to be customizable. Of course. Although right now it isn't. Right now it's just a cool lizard. Very cool lizard. Mm-hmm. Is there no in-game music? There is. I can actually turn it on. It's just when I play the game, or when I play games in general, I like to listen to my own music, so I have music turned off. But we could turn on the music after this game if you want. Then we have it. Then we have some of it there. Is this a lizard simulator? Yes. In-game music is technically your music. Oh, that's true, actually. Okay. So, all we have to do is win this turn. That's it. That's all we have to do. And our opponent has 40 HP. Wispy, I have a proposal for you. Can I have 1 turn? I just need 1 turn. Give me 1 turn. Okay, thank you. Very good. Alright. Well, we're gonna click this button, and then we're gonna play High Archpriest Glycephane. And then we're gonna go ahead and click this, and put you, combat. And, you know, I believe Wispy. When Wispy says we get 1 more turn, then I'm looking forward to my 1 more turn. Again, I do kind of want to stress that my deck, not really that good. I just wanted to show off all of these cool full arts. I just like them. I think they're really nice. And yeah, this is kind of a rough matchup. Okay. Oh, thank you. Very good swap. Very useful. All right, here's what we do. We have mana. So I hit here. I hit here. I play it that way. I hit here. And I heal. Yes, we have 5 HP. Okay, we're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. And now I think we just play a Garden of Thunder. Wait. Oh, shit. I probably should have played the Meta Realist instead. Okay, we do this. And now I just need Wispy to not have 2 damage in hand. That's it. Oh, nope, that's 2 damage. Alright. We couldn't quite make it. Oh, Fiasco, that's funny. Oh, well, there goes all of the useful stuff that I had in hand. Wispy, one more turn. No, not do it. Yes. Okay. No, we are honorably winning this. We're going to go ahead and click this button, and we have 9 life. Very good. We also have a bunch of garbage in hand. I'm just gonna play the big boy. You know, let's just get out the big guns. Shoot him. Boom. Very good. We hit here. And well, yeah, I feel like we very much honorably and deservedly are looking likely to be the winner here. But that's just kind of how it goes, you know, when you're just better at video games. Alright. Okay then. Oh, Dragon Beetle? Alright, Dragon Beetle doesn't do anything. Birdsong? Oh my god, we did it. I mean, what? Just a fabulous play. Incredible. Incredible. Let me show you It That Waits. So, I played this card a while ago. This is It That Waits. If at the end of your turn, at least one of my abilities isn't on cooldown, double both the damage and healing done. It has 2 abilities, one that is I deal 1 damage to all opposing pages, and one I restore 1 health to all allied pages. So far, I've been using the healing. And now I'm going to click this button. Because it's been on the turn. Like it's in the story. Sorry, it's been in the story for 3 turns. And it does 28 damage at that time. Like if there's nothing on the board, you know. Yes, it's very powerful, but it's a 9 mana guy, you know. Like it's 9 mana, needs to be on the board for a few times. It better be powerful. Alright, the last thing I want to do today is I want to play some Muse University. Something that people have been asking about is, are there going to be any kind of like fun, casual game modes, like anything silly? And a lot of that, because of course of my personal history, also goes in the direction of modding. People ask, is there going to be mod support? So as I've mentioned before though, there will not be any mod support. Sorry. It's just there's a whole bunch of problems that come along with it. It complicates development, and we wanted to really make sure that we're sticking to as small a scope as possible. However, that doesn't mean we can't have fun game modes. So we're going to play custom mode right here. This custom mode that we're playing today is called Muse University. I hope somebody's queuing into me. Muse University is just a quick little game mode that we tossed together that I think is just kind of like gonna show you that we can be releasing these kind of funny little custom game modes very frequently and really give you an opportunity to kind of like experiment with the game and see some different stuff there. So that's what we're going to do. And that's the plan. There will definitely be fun little custom games because the way we are making everything, the way the game is being built actually allows us to make these kind of game modes very quickly and very easily. This is actually super easy, which is great for us. Anyway, what is Muse University? Well, Muse University is very colorful, as you can see. So in this game mode, you start with 12 mana, you have all the mana, and you have all of it be chromatic. So you get a ton of, you just have a ton of resources, right? These kind of silly game modes are very easy to do for us, and we will probably, we will make sure that there are a few at launch immediately, and then just more that are available as we go forward. I also wanted to play this hero. So this is Ink Eater we're playing right now. Ink Eater is a bit of a strange guy. Because Ink Eater's abilities, we're going to have a look at the secondary right now. Secondary, you may hover over this ability to see how many cards of each type are in your opponent's deck. And then it just tells you companions 20, spells 12, enchantments 2, landmarks 1. Right? This is just kind of a unique element here where you can just view what's going on. And you can kind of like work with that information to build a strategy during your game, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, we are going to have to kill this, otherwise we will lose the game. Kind of what I want to do is I want to play High Archpriest Glycephane with Always Another Sunrise. So let's go and start by playing Always Another Sunrise, and then let's just play Reap. This might be a bit silly, because Reap is incredible. This is an absurdly powerful card. So Reap just says destroy up to 3 companions, 2 enchantments, and 1 landmark. Usually, it's very difficult to use this card efficiently because of its very prohibitive mana cost. But in Muse University, there is no such thing as a prohibitive mana cost. Yeah, I'm using the full art, which is making this look a little bit silly. Yeah, this is actually a bug I discovered today, that some of the full art landmarks look a little bit weird when they're placed on the board. Don't worry, I'll fix it. It's just kind of like a thing right now. All right, ongoing development. I mean, it's not quite 2 months until release anymore, which is absolutely terrifying. What did you just do? Why did you just kill your guy? Okay. Iron Wraith can kill his own companions to use them for resources. To deal damage with them and restore mana. That's what my ability says. Oh yeah, this is again a little bit of a bug. Apologies, Wispy. We need to fix that up, the tooltip there. Oh, Hawk. Alright, I guess we are hawking. Alright. It's Hawk o'clock. Very good. You know what it's also time for? High Archpriest Glycephane. Yes. Now we can actually use this to add the High Archpriest back into our hand. So at the start of next turn, we will gain 6 additional mana, which might allow us to play the High Archpriest again. And yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited about the state of things, right? I think it's all turning out to be pretty nice. Oh. That's scary. I'm actually, okay. Well, we have 6 additional mana right now, which is very good. I think we immediately want to play the High Archpriest again. And then I have 8 mana available right now, which we are likely just going to play an It That Waits. Right, that seems like a good option here. Gonna put this into the guarded stance, just in case. You never know, there might be some shenanigans. And we're just gonna go ahead and wait. This is actually a very slow game for Muse University. There we go, okay. Because usually you just slam the really big stuff. But I've been taking some time to set up. Alright, cool. Look at that. 9 mana. Yeah. Alright. Go ahead and get this guy. Slam this button. We draw something for free. Draw 2 cards. Is it Boulder Clock? It might be Boulder Clock. Alright, come in here. Ah, Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. What does guarded / combat stance do? It makes it so that a companion in the guarded stance can't attack, but also can't be attacked. It's a way of protecting companions on the board. Right? It makes it so that you can play something. You can play something like a meta realist and put it into the guarded stance, and it won't just immediately be destroyed by whatever your opponent already has. It adds this really nice, intricate layer to the combat. Just like a bit more depth there. Alright. Okay, we took some damage. I mean, it that the fast is a little bit annoying. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Overall, pretty good though. I don't mind. I still have most of my stuff alive. Oh, nope. No Monomaniac. That's a kind of understandable mistake that Wispy made right there. Monomaniac used to not have the condition that you require a golem to play it. Or like to get the Dawn. That's something that's a bit more recent. Alright, let's see. Empty doorway. Let's see what we... Oh, I don't have a sideboard. Very good, me. Good job. Big brain energy. Alright, let's go ahead and play this. Okay, we have an Empyrean Goliath down, which has, I think, the files in there. I think we'll just play a For the Wicked and probably trade here and just kind of trade this as well. We can always bring them back. And maybe we can actually bring back another High Archpriest. Or maybe not. Maybe everything gets destroyed immediately. Hey, Vivi! Thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it. Alright, God in a bottle. Let's see what's going on there. Alright, we could play 1000 Shining Teeth. Probably not ideal right now. Am I going for some sort of discard strategy? I mean, I guess I might as well do this, right? We'll go ahead and discard this guy. The tooltips right there is, again, another thing that's just, you know, a result of everything still being work in progress. Alright, let's play this. Oh, no. Well, I probably should have done this first. So this allows me to view a random card in my opponent's deck. In my opponent's hand. So I can just have a look. There's an Empyrean Goliath in Wispy's hand right now. Which is scary. Because that's a scary boat. But we do have 1000 Shining Teeth. Very good. Very good. Oh no. Please don't give it bold. Oh, don't give it bold. Oh god, okay. Yeah, there's a Crag Warden in that boat. No? Okay, we're good. Alright, let's draw some cards. Oh, we got a Crag Warden. Let's maybe start by playing this guy. Let's me draw another card. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a Crag Warden here. Blows up that boat, and then we attack. Oh, well, that's a problem. Okay, then. Well, turns out that if everybody has infinite mana, well, not infinite mana, but a lot of it anyway, then the deck is full of really scary stuff. Is Guarded State just a toggleable stealth on every creature? No. So it's not stealth. You're referring to the Hearthstone mechanic there, right? Stealth makes it so it can't be targeted by anything, right? Guarded stance creatures can still be targeted by effects. You see this guy right here? I can still target this. So for example, I can play an It Defiles and target this and move it here. Huh, that should have dealt damage. You know what? It's always interesting that I do bug testing sessions in the morning, looking for these kind of things. And as soon as I turn on the stream, that's when they all show up. No, but this guy was in the guard stance, and you can still hit it with spells and abilities. But it does protect it from companions. That's the important thing, right? Okay. Oh, there's another God in a bottle. Thank you very much. Just keep slamming these bad boys. Oh, so isn't that useful in this deck anymore. Yeah, so has gotten nerfed since it was strong in here. But I guess I can grab this. Very good. Draw some more cards. Alright, this is manageable. Another Crag Warden. I imagine this Crag Warden is probably coming down on my living Maelstrom in a second. Okay. No, not that big of a deal. You may have noticed, we have a lot more sound effects in the game now, right? We have really been like taking care to add more sound effects because, you know, obviously that's quite important. I don't think I really want... I don't know. Let me go ahead and take this. Let me go ahead and do this, thank you. But yeah, we've been adding in a lot more sound effects. You know, we want to kind of like liven up the game that way. Go and just toss everything down. Very good. But I do want to say that the sound design is nowhere near done. In fact, the sound design has hardly started. Right? I would say it's probably, I don't know, 30% or so done. And that may sound bad, right? It's just like, wait, I thought the game is supposed to be released in 2 months and you've only got 30% of sound. It's pretty normal. The sound comes last. Like, it's nothing too strange there. Oh, that was clever. Yeah, blow up your own guy. Okay, so we get to summon us something. Which one do we want? We have a bunch of fun, interesting options. Boat. Probably boat, right? Boat. Yeah, boat. Oh, I got a boat in the boat. Alright, problem is, the boat can't attack. Alright, let's play another one of these. Hell yeah! How many cards are in the deck? Alright, let's go ahead and use this once. I don't have any way to kill you. Then I'm saving this for removal. Alright, I just need to attack with my boat. Just let me go in there. Let me go in there. Let me get one attack in. And, no. Wait, that's... No, that is enough! Don't kill my boat! God, no! Oh, man. Wait, I'll bring it back. New boat. Yeah, new boat! Alright, we're not gonna give up on this. Yeah! Okay, do I have another one? Yes! New boat! Alright, perfect. Don't worry about it. We are, however, dying. Alright, let's play Reap. 1 and 2. And blow them up. Alright, pass the turn. I just need to attack with my boats. I just need to attack with my boats. How do you use the card in the boat? You need to attack with it. So what the boat does is it makes it so that you can remove stuff from your deck and add it to your boat as crew. That's fine. Oh my god. Crag Warden. Okay. Crag Warden. Yeah! Come down, big boy. Take it out. Alright, I'm not gonna summon. No, wait. Oh, I have to. Oh no! I only have 9 HP. Okay, let's do like an it that way. It's something that isn't so big. Oh man, do I not even get to attack with... Oh, I don't even get any value out of the boat. Because like, everything is full already anyway. What can I do? I can play 1,000 Shining Teeth and kill this. Alright, I'm gonna just do that. Look, I just want to get value out of my boat. Alright, click this button. Oh, there's nothing left in the deck. Perfect. Alright, attack! Yeah! Crag Warden! Boat power! Very good. Ah, you know what? We'll just end it with another boat. There you go. There you go. And, oh, I guess you don't get Battle Pass experience for playing Muse University. We probably need to, we can probably enable that. Anyway, so that's the current state of things. I just really wanted to focus on some gameplay today, so you get to experience it all a little bit. I always want to stress that this is not the full gameplay experience, right? Watching the game will not give you the full experience. The real only full experience you will get is actually like downloading it and playing it, building some decks, because that's where a lot of this, the really interesting elements lie. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this update video, right? I hope everything is good. If you have any questions, as always, we are available on the Discord all the time, and we answer questions all the time. Like, seriously, all the time. And yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.